Welcome back to Tropico, and I've noticed we need to put in some electricity for this guy. And while we're on the subject of electricity, where do I want to put this substation? Yeah, about there, I think. Let's just quick build that. Boom. That should solve that problem. Lovely. Right. There were a couple of comments from people about there was one comment in particular about the coal and saying, "Oh, you said don't bother with coal. Just import it and all the rest of it. And now you're running out of coal." Well, okay. I just wasn't really that bothered. If I was that bothered, then I would have done this. Oh, look, there goes a rocket. Very cool. Right, we've got a few more of these to go. I'm going to quick build a couple of these. Quick build these ones on the end as well, just so that I can do the upgrades, or start doing the upgrades while the rest of them are building. So what I'm going to do is do the enhanced geothermal system, so that there's no pollution, and we're going to talk about pollution in a minute. And I'm also going to do the magma conduits so that they produce some more power. Cool, so I'll get on and do the rest of these. Okay, so that's our power problems sorted out. Let's take a look and see how much power we've got. Right, so total power 8,500, so we've got like 50% of our power available, which is pretty darn good, and that's actually going to go up as we get some more people. Now, talking about people, we need college educated people for these things. We still need quite a few. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change our constitution. I'm going to go back to here and change the immigration. We're up to 1,700 and the cap is 2,000, so we've only got like about 270 more people who can come in. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this to a visa program. That way we'll get more educated people. So we'll basically increase the education level of the people in the country. It's a pretty easy way to get our education level up. Cool. So what else do we need to do? Right, let's take a look at pollution next. We're going to address that. So we've got tons of electricity, and I'll probably do some more electrification as we're going forward. But let's have a look at pollution.
Elections are coming, President.
Elections. Right, Placido, he can be president again. He's doing a good job, I think, Placido. Right, current pollution. So we've got a lot of pollution around here. We need to sort that out. What else? Down by the docks here, around the factories, and same over here. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to bang in a few, where are they? Let's see, it's environment, waste treatment plants. We're going to bang in a few of these. Now, just before I do that, I want to take a look at the environmentalists faction, because this should cheer them up a bit. So the environmentalists, at the moment, we're at like 34. We want to boost this up. And we want to boost all of these up quite a lot. But this is a low one. The nationalists, very low. This one's the next. So we're gonna sort out and make happy the environmentalists. Just a quick look at the happiness. The happiness is generally pretty good. We can still boost up our entertainment a bit, our healthcare a bit. I want to get these up pretty much into the 90s, with the exception of jobs. It's kind of hard to get jobs all the way up into the 90s, but we'll get there. Right, let's do some waste treatment plants. So I'm going to bang in. I want to put some a little bit of housing over here for these guys, but for now these have to be connected to the road. If I zoom in a little bit, you'll see. You see that little red arrow there? Now it's a green arrow. I'm going to bang in, I think, 2 waste treatment plants over here. Yep, that'll do. Let's zoom out again. Right, down over here. Now we've got these factories which produce a fair amount of pollution. So I think we're going to put in again a couple of these, because it's spilling over into this residential area, which is kind of not so good. You know what? I'm going to put one on this side, and I think I might put the other one there or kind of over here somewhere. Don't know if it'll fit over there. I've got to get it. Yeah, that's the right way around. Yeah, that would make sense over there. Right, so we've got those two in. I'm not going to quick build those. I'm going to let those build on their own. But I do want to put a couple more in. And now, where's my little red arrow? There it is. So I'm going to put one on this side, and I'm going to put one on this side. I need to spin him around a little bit. Cool. Now these things have upgrades which will increase the efficiency of these factories, which is rather good. And I'm going to be doing a bit of upgrading, but I'm going to do that offline because it's the upgrading is just so annoyingly slow. So we've got a waste treatment plant here. This is the thing that improves the efficiency of these factories. This expensive material recycling can boost them up by 20 to a maximum of 40. So a couple of these plants over here should help boost these factories. A couple over here is going to boost these factories. So that's all good news. How are we doing over here? We could probably do with one over here. We've got one there already. I'm thinking, like, can I squeeze one in somewhere? There's kind of like nowhere down here. I think if I'm going to put one in, it's going to have to be. It's going to be. There's going to be a tight squeeze to get one of these things in. Good lord. Well, I'm thinking there. I think it's going to have to be there. Alright, we'll bang one in there. Now, is there any pollution over here? No, that's all good. Well, I think, I think that's gonna do the job. We might possibly need a third one over here, maybe. But, nah, we'll live with that as is for now. Cool, alrighty. Okay, so that is going to boost our approval with the environmentalists once they get built. But while that's happening, there's something else that I want to do. I want to talk about factions a little bit. So let's go up here and let's look at factions. So these are our factions. Now, this is completely separate to the happiness. So the happiness for all of these is affected like directly by, if you improve crime, then crime safety will go up, right? And these are kind of general factors that affect the individuals who live on the island. Cool. Easy. Then you've got factions. Now, everybody belongs to several factions, and the standings that these factions have also affect the individual's overall approval. So they can be like totally happy, they can have a nice house, they can have like plenty of food, a good job and all that kind of stuff, but if they're a nationalist, they're not going to like your politics at the moment, or not going to like my politics at the moment, and so their approval is going to be quite down, right? So we need to improve the ratings on these factions. Now, there's a couple of things that you can do, right? Now, one of the things you can do is you can issue an edict, which is this smear campaign, right? And what you do is you just pick a faction, and there will be a smear campaign against that faction, and people will leave that faction and go to another one, okay? But the only problem with doing that, that will kind of like help to a degree, and certainly if you've got like, okay, let me tell you when I would and wouldn't use it. So if we look at the factions, let's look at the nationalists and the globalists. Now, if the globalists were a very low standing, then I might be tempted, okay? But right now, the globalists, we've got like 900 globalists. We've only got 250 nationalists, okay? So if I was to smear these, like a few of these people would move and probably become globalists. But it also negatively affects the standing. So this standing is going to get even lower for the people who remain, and it's still going to be like a fair few, and it's going to really dramatically affect this number. So I prefer to take a different approach, and that approach is this: bribery. And we're nice people on this island, you know. We're a free society and all that kind of stuff. So hey, let's just pay people off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to here, and there are three factions that I'm going to focus on, which are the communists. They're down at 61. The environmentalists, they're at 63, and then the nationalists are down at 16. And what I want to do is get these approval ratings up. I'm also going to get the approval rating up for the militarists and the religious, but I'll be doing that less. I'm going to focus on these three: nationalists, environmentalists, communists. So the way I do it, go to one of the tabs, preferably one with the fewest people in it, and I'll just go back again. So nationalists, this has only got 250 people in this list, because these lists unfortunately don't say static. If I go down here, right, we're looking at the people in the 60s now. See, it resets, and you're back at the top of the list again, which is blooming annoying. I wish they'd change that, or like if there was a pause or something. And this being on pause doesn't stop this. This just updates all the time. Really, really annoying. If anybody knows how to stop this, please tell me, because I don't know. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick the environmentalist leader. I'm going to bribe him. Okay? And then I'm going to go down and I'm going to look. Oh, there's the militarists leader. Oops. There's the militarist leader. I'm going to bribe him as well. Cool. And there's the nationalists leader. Going to bribe him. Anybody else? Anybody else? Doesn't look like it. A few rebels, crime lord. Right, so now you can only bribe these guys once a month, right? But you can bribe them once a month, like every month. So you can actually get these numbers up pretty quickly. And what happens is when you bribe them, you'll increase their individual approval rating, but you'll affect them because they're a faction leader, and they'll increase the general approval rating for the faction. So if we go back and look at the faction numbers now, the nationalists, they were at 14. They've suddenly jumped up to 21. Oh, hello. The militarists are up. They're now up to beloved status. The communists, I don't think we got the communist guy. Where's the communist leader? It's sometimes, oh, there he is. There's the communist leader. Yeah, let's bribe him. Right, and then if we go back here, and the communists have come up from 61 to 66 now. Okay, so I'm going to be doing this like all the time now to boost these guys up, as well as what I'm doing like elsewhere. Okay, so let's get out of there. So look, we're at 72 now. We were below 70. Just doing those little bribes has bumped this up to 72. How are we doing? This stuff's getting built. That's good. I want to do the upgrades on these as soon as they get built. We can win without cheating. That's for darn sure as mustard now. Right, so I'm going to up that. I'll do these after, and I'll show you how to do this using the almanac, which is, again, just so freaking annoying. I wish they'd redesign how they've done this. Yeah, we won the election for 72%. Cool. Let's do that now, I guess. You know what? I'm gonna quick build these, because I just, those are already built. Built one over here, didn't I? There it is. Let's quick build that. I think there's just the one over here. That's built. That's built. Good. Right. Well, let's go to the almanac. I'll just show you. And they have actually improved this. They fixed a little bug in it, so you can actually use this fairly sensibly now. But it's still a bloomin' nuisance. Okay, so we go to buildings. If we want to do the environmental stuff, then we have to go to environment, and then we have to go drill down again into the waste treatment plants. And then we have to click on these things, And then we can do the upgrade and then go to the next one and do the upgrade and do the next one, go to that. But these don't update instantly. Oh, and plus this list moves around and changes order. Look, see, it just moved, right? So sometimes you'll click on one and I see, look, it's constantly moving around. It's a freaking nuisance. I wish there was a way to see it. You can't just click down the list because the list keeps changing. It drives me it drives me mad. But there you go. So I'm certainly not. See, it moved to a different one. Is this the one? Yeah. Right. So I'm not going to be showing you any more of the upgrades. I'll just tell you I upgraded. Like, see how they move around? It's so annoying. Alrighty. So right. That's those done. Okay, so I just did another round of bribes, which has taken us up to 77%. I'll just show you the faction standings. So nationalists are up to 25 now. We've got the capitalists, the environmentalists, and the industrialists are all at 100% now, which is pretty damn good. Globalists up at 89, 83, 91 for the militarists. So yeah, I mean the communists, the nationalists, they're the ones which are really dragging us back, but I'll get the religious up as well. We can get like these all up really high, and that's gonna take us into very, very good territory. What else do I need to do? Well, I tell you one thing: housing. Okay, one thing I've noticed with the housing, because I was looking at this. No, not that, people. Homeless. We've got 250 homeless, but if you actually drill into this and have a look, we've got quite a few who are like postgrads, a few college, but if you look at these guys, right, these guys are all like filthy rich, filthy rich, okay, and yet they don't have anywhere to live. So let's go and take a quick look at our mansions, and we can see like this is 4 of 4. So keep looking up there. I'll click through 4 of 4. Like these are all full. Like all of them are absolutely chock full. So we need some more housing for rich folks. So we're gonna put some in. This is gonna help like quite a lot, I think.